The maintenance conduit pulsed with an unsettling rhythm, a sickening throb that resonated deep within Harris Thorne's bones. Bioluminescent fungi clung to the walls, casting an eerie green light that danced across the faces of his team Sergeant Krell, grim and stoic, Lyra Vance, her face pale and drawn but her fingers flying across her scanner, and Elias, the young engineer, visibly trembling. "Readings are fluctuating wildly, Doctor," Lyra reported, her voice tight. "The energy signature is almost organic." Thorne nodded, his gaze fixed on the swirling patterns of energy that laced the conduit walls. The ancient voice, as he's come to think of it, had been silent since this entered the Devourer ship, but its presence lingered, a feeling of oppressive observation. He's tried to rationalize it, to attribute it to the residual energy of the entity's influence, but the nagging suspicion that he was being watched refused to dissipate. "Maintain visual contact," Thorne instructed, his voice betraying more strain than he intended. "Krell's security perimeter. Elias, status report on the interface node." Krell's response was a curt, "Perimeter secure, Doctor. Deviations minimal." Elias, still wrestling with the archaic Devourer technology, stammered, "The interface, it's unlike anything I've ever seen. It's not digital, not exactly. More likely biological nexus. It's responding to my attempts to access the core network, but erratically." Thorne's mind raced. The vocalized disruption he's detected, the vulnerability, lay within the core network. If he could access it, if he could amplify it, he might have a chance to destabilize the Devourer's energy matrix, to create an opening for the Stardust to escape. But the risks were astronomical. One wrong move, and they'd be crushed, consumed, erased. "Increase the synchronization pulse," Thorne ordered. "Carefully. Don't force it. Let the node guide you." The conduit vibrated more intensely, the bioluminescent fungi glowing with feverish intensity. Lyra gasped, clutching her scanner. "Doctor, I'm picking up a new signal. Faint, but distinct. It's originating from the inner core." Thorne felt a jolt of adrenaline. "Analyze it, Vance." "What is it?" Lyra's fingers danced across the controls. "It's a pattern. Complex. Almost a language. But it's unlike anything I've ever encountered." Suddenly a voice, deep and resonant, filled Thorne's mind. Not the ancient voice, but something different. More urgent. More desperate. "Help us, please, free us, *." Thorne stumbled, clutching his head. The other members of his team looked at him with concern. "Doctor, are you all right?" Krell asked, his hand resting on his weapon. "Did you hear that?" Thorne asked, his voice trembling. "Hear what, Doctor?" Krell responded. "A voice inside my head," Lyra frowned. "I'm detecting unusual neural activity, Doctor. High levels of stress. Possible cognitive dissonance." "It was a plea," Thorne insisted. Something is trapped within the core. They want our help." He felt the surge of conflicting emotions, a hope, fear, disbelief. Could it be possible? Could there be others, sentient beings, enslaved by the Devourers? The thought ignited a spark of defiance within him, a desire to fight back against this cosmic horror. "We need to investigate," Thorne declared. "Elias, reroute the signal feed to the Stardust *. Vance, prepare a secure communication channel." "Doctor, with all due respect, this is madness," Elias protested. "We're already risking our lives just trying to stabilize the energy matrix. This is beyond our mission parameters." "Our mission is to survive," Thorne countered, "and sometimes survival means doing more than just following orders. It means fighting for what's right." He felt a wave of exhaustion wash over him, but he pushed it aside. He had a responsibility, not just to his crew, but to those who were trapped within this monstrous prison. He glanced back at the conduit wall, half expecting to see someone emerging from the pulsating energy. The bioluminescent fungi seemed to intensify their glow, as if responding to his thoughts. Just as he was about to issue another command, the conduit shuddered violently. The lights flickered, plunging the tunnel into momentary darkness. When the lights returned, Thorne felt a sharp pain in his head. A searing pressure had threatened to overwhelm his senses. He saw, for a fleeting instant, a vision, a swirling vortex of energy, a landscape of shattered worlds, and a colossal, monstrous eye staring directly at him. Then the ancient voice boomed within his mind, its tone laced with amusement. "Foolish mortal, you meddle in affairs beyond your comprehension. Your interference is regrettable." Thorne gasped, staggering backward. He felt a wave of despair wash over him, threatening to extinguish his resolve. But then he saw something that solidified his determination. A small, flickering image appeared in his mind's eye, a single, hopeful spark, emanating from the core of the Devourer ship. "Help us, please, *." He straightened his shoulders, ignoring the throbbing in his head, the oppressive weight of the ancient voice. "Elias, maintain the signal feed," Thorne commanded, his voice steady. "Vance, establish a secure link with the Stardust asterisk. Krell, prepare for a potential security breach. We's going deeper." He turned and plunged further into the heart of the Devourer ship, leaving his team to follow in his wake, unaware of the perilous journey that lay ahead. The faint, hopeful signal pulsed within his mind, a beacon in the darkness, urging him onward. He knew with a chilling certainty that the fate of more than just the Stardust asterisk now rested on his shoulders. Back on the Stardust asterisk, Captain Rex Nebula stared intently at the main view screen, his face grim. The ship was still under attack, the relentless barrage of energy blasts shaking its hull. "Report," he barked, his voice strained. "Damage reports are stabilizing," Captain Lieutenant Vance replied. "But we're still taking heavy fire, and those things are still closing in." "What about Thorne?" Rex demanded. "Still transmitting," Captain Vance responded. "But his signal is erratic. He's venturing deeper into the Devourer ship." Rex cursed under his breath. Thorne was a valuable asset, a brilliant xenobiologist, but he was also impulsive, prone to taking risks. "Tell him to abort the mission," Rex ordered. "He's putting himself and the ship in unnecessary danger." "I've tried," Captain Vance replied, "but his signal is intermittent. I'm not sure he's receiving our transmissions." Rex slammed his fist on the armrest. He felt a surge of frustration, a desperate longing for a way to end this nightmare. "Maintain comms," he ordered, "and keep a close watch on Thorne. If he doesn't return soon, we're going to have to assume the worst." He turned to Sergeant Krell, who stood rigidly at attention. "Prepare for evasive maneuvers," Rex ordered. "We're getting out of here." As the Stardust asterisk lurched violently, attempting to break free from the Devourer's relentless pursuit, Rex couldn't shake the feeling that something terrible was about to happen. He looked up at the swirling vortex of energy that filled the view screen, a swirling maelstrom of destruction and despair, and in that moment he saw a faint glimmer of hope, a tiny spark of defiance shining from within the heart of the darkness. A signal, a new signal. It was faint, almost imperceptible, but it was there. A call for help, a promise of something more, a glimmer of hope, and he knew with a chilling certainty that their adventure was far from over.